look, really, really simple ingredients. Look at that. Best kitchen helper ever has arrived. Are you ready to do this, Memphis? She's like, yeah, Ma, let's get to cooking. Welcome back to Snow Dog's Cooking, where if I can cook it, so can you. Today, we are making a very simple recipe. I know that I'm posting this like during the holidays. The holidays can be a really crazy busy time for a lot of people, so sometimes having like just something simple on hand that you can make makes a huge difference during this time of the year. So today, we're gonna make, I guess it would be crustless chicken pot pie gnocchi. If you've never had gnocchi, it's like potato dumplings. So we're basically making chicken pot pie without a crust and then putting these beautiful potato dumplings in it. It should be really good. And you know, we live in northern Michigan. It's cold here. This is a very comfort food type of food and super, super easy to make. I believe in you. You can do this. You should try it. It's amazing. Real quick, we'll check in on second best kitchen helper ever, who's hanging out in the living room, and third best kitchen helper ever, that is hanging out in the office. So we're all separated. Are you coming to get her? Tell her. Say, come on. Let's go make some food with Mom. It'll be super fun. You just come in here and help us, Kira. All right, Memphis, let's go. You can come and help us if you would like, or you can hang out there. So I am not kidding when I tell you that this is super, super easy to make. Here's everything you are going to need for this recipe. You will need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Don't mind my butter. I left it out to get soft, and now it is. You're going to need a container of mushrooms, like an 8-ounce container of mushrooms. If you do not like mushrooms, leave them out. You don't have to put them in. You're going to need a small onion, all nice and diced up. You're going to need some shredded chicken. Now, I forgot to put my chicken in the crock pot, so I bought some already shredded chicken. This is not the way you want to do it. This is not the cheap way to do it. Normally, I like to do things the cheap way, but this is actually really good chicken if you need it. In a pinch, you're going to need about 2.5 to 3 cups of shredded chicken of your choice. You're going to need some mixed vegetables. Now, you can use just peas and carrots in this, or you can use this. This one has carrots, corn, peas, and green beans. This, of course, is the frozen bag you will need. You can make your own, or you can go with Campbell's, you know, the 3D printed meat. Anybody else get that joke? You're going to need 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I got 1 unsalted and 1 of the heart healthy, because this does have a lot of salt in it. And if you mix the 2, you can't really tell. And of course, you can always add more salt later. You're going to need 1 cup of chicken stock. Again, I got that unsalted as well. And then you're going to need your gnocchi. I got this from Aldi, and that's what it is. It's little potato dumplings. You're going to need about 12 ounces of these. This one is actually 16 ounces. I might use the whole thing. We'll see once I get cooking. Then you're going to need some salt and pepper and some thyme in a bottle. I guess this is, technically it's a bottle, right? If we put it in a bottle, does that make it thyme in a bottle? Funny, not funny. You're also going to need a pan, preferably with high sides. So like a 3-quart to a 5-quart pan, something deep enough so that you're going to be able to stir this around. Technically, you could also use like a soup pot, even though the sides on that are way higher. You just want something so that you're going to be able to stir everything around and mix everything accordingly. First thing we're going to do, throw your butter in the pan, let it melt down. You can always, mix it around, but basically you want to melt down your butter. Once it's mostly melted, you can go ahead, drop in your onions, and I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions for about 3 to 5 minutes before I add my mushrooms. So we're not caramelizing these, we're just sauteing them. So like I said, about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna put the mushrooms in as well, and then kind of cook them down a little bit as well. We're not caramelizing this stuff, we're just sauteing it. You can kind of see they're a little bit translucent. Now I'm gonna take the mushrooms, so like I said, about 2 cups of mushrooms, and we're gonna go ahead and pour those in. And yes, those are rinsed and then dried. I also did cut them up a little bit because some of them were pretty big. And we're going to saute these, I would say probably for about another 5 minutes or so. We're basically just trying to cook them down so they're not raw. I'm also going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper. If you choose, this is also the time when you could add a little bit of salt. But as I said, I like to add salt last. And then you can also sprinkle in a little bit of thyme. Stir that in. Oh, if you guys could only smell this. This looks and smells amazing, and it's not even close to done. You're gonna realize this does make quite a bit. You could totally cut this in half if you want to, or it's gonna stay good in your fridge for, about 5 days or so. I'm pretty sure you can freeze it. I haven't actually froze it, so I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume you could probably freeze it as well. That looks good. Now we're gonna pour in the entire bag of frozen vegetables and stir that up for a second. Would you like a frozen greeny beanie? Oh, heck yeah, you would. Good stuff? I thought so. Would you like a frozen greeny beanie? Okay, you seem to like it. Back to the proper crossy paws. Frozen greeny beanie? I wasn't sure if you would like that or not. Oh, she's gonna eat it. Okay. And a frozen carrot cube. That one's pretty good, huh? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, you didn't have to get up. Frozen carrot cube. Whoa. Well, hello, second best kitchen helper ever. Did you realize there's food? Frozen carrot cube. Yeah? Good stuff? All right. Next, we're going to pour in the chicken. So again, about 2.5 to 3 cups of chicken. Oh, you know I saved you a bite of the chickums. Look at it. Even you're here. Chickums. Get it? Yes. Are you ready for your bite of the chickums? Yes. All right, we better go take one to Princess Kira. More crossy paws. Chickums. Yeah. That's what you're missing out on. You can come in the kitchen and help. Look, she came in here to try to convince you again. Next, pour in your cans of cream of soups. And yes, don't worry, I'm gonna scrape out the cans as well. Pour into other one. You can do it one-handed. Come out of there. Maybe it won't come out. Oh, maybe. All right, well, that 3D printed meat is sticking in there. It's not 3D printed meat, guys. It would actually cost them way too much money to 3D print the meat inside of here. I'm just saying. Now, we're going to stir all of this stuff together until it's combined. And then we're going to take our 1 cup of the chicken stock and we're just going to pour that in as well. And then we're going to stir that together. Now, I'm going to put this on a medium-high heat, and I want it to just barely start bubbling before we add the gnocchi. All right, see how it's just bubbling a little bit? We're going to go ahead and take our gnocchi and kind of spread it around in here. I also like to do this because I can make sure that they're not stuck together. Sometimes when they're in the packaging, they're stuck together, and you don't want them to be stuck together. We're going to just put these in here and then stir them in a little bit. All right, so I got them stirred in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let this simmer on a pretty low simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Basically, we just want to make sure that the gnocchi gets nice and tender, and we don't want to burn this. So a low simmer, 10 to 15 minutes. And that is about what it should look like. This smells phenomenal. Look at, you can see the steam coming up. All right, I think it's time we try it. Seriously, you should make this. If you like gnocchi, it's so good. The potato dumplings in this are so good. It's a nice hearty meal, something great for when it's cold. So you could also make it as a soup, I guess, too. Might have to try that. Might have to. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. Jamie's gonna eat some of this when he gets home. And yeah, this was actually really, really good. Easy to make, super simple ingredients. Throw it together in a pinch. It's perfect. I like gnocchi, so I think it's great. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.